This is Sam Roberts. I'm here at Phoenix Comicon with Jamie Rich, one of the creative brains behind It Girl, as well as some other fabulous stuff. It Girl. How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Is this your first time at Phoenix Comicon?
It is my first time at Phoenix Comicon.
Yeah? Friday, how's it going so far?
Pretty good. It's a fun show.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the city, so it's been, I've been having a good time.
Awesome. So what can you tell us about It Girl? It's your latest project?
It's our latest project. We were doing 12 issues. We're up to issue 10. I'm working with a bunch of great artists, Mike Norton, Natalie Norgat, China Clicks and Flores, and then Mike Allred, who created It Girl in his Madman comics, has been overseeing the whole thing, and he's done all the covers. So it's just we're having a good time doing superhero comics like we grew up with. Anyone can jump in at any time and read it wherever it's at. But then when you read the whole thing, you get one long, fun adventure.
Nice. What's it like sort of taking on somebody else's vision and having responsibility for that? Was that challenging?
It was a little scary at first, but at the same time, I've edited Mike Allred since 1997. Including editing the original self-published run of It Girl that he did, or of the Atomics. So I know that character backwards and forwards, and once I got started, he was so enthusiastic that it just sort of tumbled from there.
What's the best thing about It Girl? Like, what's going to make people want to get to know her and read her stories?
Well, the fun thing that we've been having is our basic premise is that she's the first time kind of taking superheroing seriously, but her power is she can touch it and she can become it.
Well, that's cool.
So the best thing I've had is coming up with new things for her to encounter that or use in an adventure. Like in one case, she has to jump out a window and take someone with her, so she grabs a pillow, puts him on her back, she turns into a pillow and jumps out the window so she can bounce. So that kind of thing. I'm trying to figure out what I can use that's at hand in any given situation to create her superpowers.
That's super fun. It lets you be really creative.
Yeah.
So I noticed you have a panel here at Comic-Con about writing with the female voice.
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about that. Like,
they asked me to be part of it. Part of it is I keep working while I'm writing It Girl.
Right.
And I did a novel called Bobby Pins and Mary Janes that I serialized online that was about working in the comic industry, but from a female point of view, a female editor at a comic book company. So I guess they asked me because I tend to work with women artists and have been doing more and more women characters. I've got books with Natalie Norgat and Joelle Jones that are coming up that are both have female protagonists.
Yeah.
One with Megan Levins. So for me, I've always felt like if you're going to have a story, it's going to reflect the real world. There's going to be women in it, and if you don't know how to write women, then you kind of don't understand how to write humans.
I love that.
Which is what all writers need to understand. It's like, yeah, they're just people.
Yeah.
And in most situations, I don't feel like necessarily like you're going to do anything that drastically different just because you're a woman.
Yeah. So maybe the secret is not treating it special like a woman.
You just have to understand your character, I think is what it really comes down to. If you understand your characters, everything they do makes sense to you.
Yeah, smart. So tell us a little bit about your collaborations with Joelle. You work with her a lot?
Yes, we did a book called 12 Reasons Why I Love Her, and then we did one called You've Killed Me that were full collaborations between us, and then we co-created a book called Spell Checkers. Really, I had written 12 Reasons and didn't have an artist for it, and turns out that this artist lived 2 blocks away from me.
Convenient.
She was doing a story for my old boss at Dark Horse, Diana Schutz, who introduced us, and we became such fast friends, and we have common interests. That's how You Killed Me came about. I was like, well, what do you want to do next? She said, let's do a crime comic. So the next thing we're going to do, which is going to be through Oni Press and should hopefully be announced soon once she's done with Helheim, is a concept she created and came to me and said, do you want to work with me and do this? And so she's my favorite artist in general, and she can just draw whatever you put in front of her.
What about her art really draws you and makes you?
For me as a writer, the best thing is that she is so good with acting. So whatever emotion I write, I know she can get across in the face. You know, the ideal thing of when you're working with a comic book artist, even and other writers might shriek to hear me say this, but ideally, if you took away the balloons, anyone should be able to look at the art and get what's happening, get what's going on between the characters, and she can do that really well. She's very adaptable to genre, environment. I mean, you can compare 12 Reasons, which is a romance, to You've Killed Me, which is a crime comic, and now she's doing Helheim, which is like brutal Viking violence.
Yeah.
She can do all of it.
That's fantastic. All right, so if people want to learn more about you and your work, what's the best way? Do you have a website, Facebook, something?
My website is confessions123.com, so just confessions and the numerals 123. I'm on Twitter, Jamie S. Rich, but the S is ES. But yeah, Google my name, I'll pop up right away.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank
Jamie
you for
Rich,
having me.
folks.